I see you've made it to Tatooine. Not the most luxurious destination, but trust me, the artifact is close. You'll need to find the pirate Andronikos Revel. He should be quite familiar with this piece.
Who is this Andronikos Revel, and what's his interest in Sith artifacts?
He was once a pirate, and the artifact was once a prize. He stole the artifact out of some Sith ruins, but when his crew mutinied, they took it. I sent a cruiser to recover the artifact, but all they found was Andronikos in an escape pod, half mad. We let him stew for a while in Imperial prison, and then released him. He's been hunting his crew down ever since, and we've been watching.
What does he do when he finds them?
A blaster bolt to the head, a knife to the throat, whatever strikes his mood. He's never lingered longer than it takes to kill, but Tatooine is different. It's been weeks. I believe Andronikos has found the leader of the mutiny, and with him the artifact. Find Andronikos and you'll find a clear course.
As you say.
Andronikos must have come through the spaceport at some point. Start with the shipmaster. Good luck, apprentice. And remember, every piece draws you closer to your full potential.
Have you heard of a pirate named Andronikos Revel?
Wanta humpa, muri rava fupa jibampa wula. Patoga wata kiko uba kiri wata buki donko.
Maybe a bribe will persuade you.
Jakta ninchista luka. Uba ziki danti ruha. Chikospa ini kudad ijik liska chanagawa. Chobad I kafstuan dile jihulo kuta.
You'd better make this good.
O grani tampio da pushi wumpa, pu tula musta. Wumpa hupa, jikilia umpasa do biska. Yinga kijita, nimni tanuv, alelo kwekuta.
I'm looking for a pirate named Andronikos Revel.
Ukleugo cheska pakurta, kliska taka ya oska. Taguabota. Chiliska chanaga imache, choranchike.
I'll have a drink then.
Kitsug nangki he chalangtong imache chu.
I am most grateful.
Tong mi cha Kolkata maji, ta us azalas ulval. Kulirado kanki kong, cha skrunki.
Do you know anyone who does know Andronikos?
O wamawanka mituske o wana tablota wijawa.
Reg says you know Andronikos Revel.
Monchika bugnoni slimo. Te bisa kakuka pemewata. Wasta micha kolkuka dumaji, ta ushagwa upa.
I don't have that kind of money.
Archichisa tumpa mistuka mogutu.
This better be worth my while.
Tu patula musta, wo grangi tampio dume tunka. Faguta gi otto endia. Petuana uba kili wata ponkidanko padoga lola.
This bottle has your name on it, if you tell me where to find a certain pirate.
Wajineko, higadanoila, oka kiza spida per popa. Kaptulia da bota 21 kislim mo payug tachanga.
No Andronikos, no deal.
Yapawakol ka doroni, kuna da wunda donko. Putula musta, wo grani tampio, tu pushiwompa.
I'll make sure Andronikos doesn't find out you told.
Da piska ku, Palia pitie poteniago. Korowe niminaka. Sonri popa unaguta. Wajineko higa da noila oka kiza spida per popa.
Andronikos Revel, I believe you have the artifact I'm looking for.
Webb, folks aren't supposed to know I'm here.
I'm sorry, Andronikos. It was that damn bartender.
Take care of it. Now, Sith, your artifact. I don't have it, and I'm glad. Thing drove my crew insane. They mutinied. I floated 10 days in a disabled escape pod and spent 30 more in Imperial lockup on account of that hunk of rock.
I'm only interested in the artifact.
And I couldn't care less about it. But maybe we could help each other out. The guy who has your artifact is the guy I'm on Tatooine to kill. Silas Wilkes. My old first mate. He started the mutiny, then tossed me into space. Now he's an exchange big shot. He's got your Sith toy.
Perhaps a partnership is in order.
Glad you see it that way. It'll take both of us to get Wilkes. I've been chasing Wilkes halfway across the galaxy. Stole my favorite blasters, not to mention my pride. Lucky thing I got a contact inside the exchange. Only I can't exactly just stroll into the exchange base.
The exchange doesn't scare me.
They don't scare me either. Only I can't shoot lightning from my fingertips. Contact's name is Casey Ricks, old friend who used to be part of my crew. But she, doesn't exactly know I'm here. She's sure to know where Wilkes is hiding. Tell her you know me, and she'll tell you everything.
Consider it done.
You get that information, you can do what you want with it. But I'd appreciate it if you came back here first. Me and Wilkes are long overdue for a talk. Tell Reg I can't have any more slip-ups. Wilkes finds out I'm here, it'll be like Roussan all over again.
Yes, Andronikos. Whatever you say.
Go. About time, Sith. This room's feeling a lot like that escape pod. Make me happy. Tell me you found Wilkes.
Casey said Wilkes was out of Ether's view.
Out of Ether's view, huh? Spineless son of a hut is hiding underground.
Smart place to hide.
I should have thought of it myself. There's a system of caves on the other side of the abandoned farm settlement. I wager that's what Casey meant.
The sooner I get this done, the better.
Just hold on one moment. I'm going with you.
You've outlived your usefulness.
Huh. Well, it so happens Casey's looking out for me. She encrypted the entry code to Wilkes' base on this datapad. You don't know how to decrypt it, but I do. I've chased him too far to let someone else kill him.
Revenge is revenge, I guess.
Thanks. I'm gonna blast Wilkes for every day I spent floating in that escape pod, and then I'm gonna stomp on his bones.
Wair paba, fraujins in alama patay galakai, in alama amainai.
I need him to find the artifact.
Ake us erpai wasja us. Patay kuibanist. Ni fragais fraujan. Kup painana.
I promise this is only for a short time.
Paulos jasir banas ja taimar paus. Aikles jan launekai in kuda aitin.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes to pieces just as soon as we find him.
Well, well, Andronikos Revel, I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
Give us the artifact, Wilkes.
The artifact, huh? The scary, scary artifact I took from Andronikos here? Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody? So I took his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody now, Nicky?
I'm gonna rip out your throat and laugh while you try to scream.
I must know where the artifact is first.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your artifact. Boys, kill the Sith, but keep Andronikos alive. I'll want to play with him a little longer. You idiots! You'll never get it now. Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
We beat you, now tell us where they are.
You're so stupid. The great Andronikos Revel chases me across 5 planets only to fail. He even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Talk sense.
The artifact. It's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all. The blasters, the artifact, the money.
I have no idea what you're saying.
The men I sent to guard the cargo, the artifact made them mad, and they took it. They took all of it. You'll never get to them. They went out into the deep desert. They left weeks ago. The Sand People will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
There's no need to blast anyone's teeth through anyone's skull.
I came for my revenge. I'm gonna have it, and it'll be bloody.
He's not worth it.
I haven't been chasing this son of a Hutt halfway across the galaxy to back down now.
Was it really worth it?
Fine, whatever you say.
Never thought I'd see the big bad Andronikos Revel lower his blaster like that.
Get out of here, Wilkes. I never want to see that overgrown wart you call a face again.
Sure thing, Nicky, and good luck in the deep desert.
Idiot. Lost your artifact and my special-made blasters. Just wait until I get my blaster pointed at those thieves. Damned idiotic, nerve-hurting sons of Hutts. They got away.
They were killed and possibly eaten. There's a difference.
What? It doesn't bother you? These idiots run off with your artifact and you don't even get to knock them around? I just can't figure you, Sith.
Not everyone is obsessed with revenge.
That's an awful superior thing to say for a Sith. I saw how you guys operate an Imperial prison. A Sith torturer with a collection of prisoners' fingernails gets zapped because Darth so-and-so doesn't like how he looks. Sickest monsters in the galaxy, the Sith.
Not all Sith are that way.
You zapped that dancer in the cantina without much thought. Look, I like you well enough. I mean, I wouldn't call us friends, but I think we can work together. Let's just forget I said anything, huh?
I'm sorry. Were you talking earlier?
Good. Now are we gonna get off this rock or what?
You shouldn't presume, pirate.
Look, I gather you don't think much of me, but that don't make me useless. I'm a damn good pilot, and I've got contacts a Sith will never make on his own. It'll be your show, no questions asked.
Let's just get going.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
So you beat Wilkes and made it out of the desert alive, huh? Wilkes doesn't surprise me, but when I heard you were heading for the desert, well, I wasn't expecting to see either of you again.
I brought Andronikos back.
You should stick with this one, Andronikos. You might learn a sense of humor.
Look it, I have a sense of humor.
Relax, it was a joke. Anyway, I'm glad you came, because it gives me a chance to thank you for taking out that runt Wilkes. With some real leadership, maybe the exchange on Tatooine can move ahead for a change.
I am most grateful.
No problem. Anytime, hey. And Andronikos, I'm sorry.
It's alright, huh? We wouldn't have worked out anyway. All that shouting and throwing stuff, somebody was bound to get hurt.
Yeah, right. Well, guess it's goodbye then. Good luck out there.
What was that all about?
Nothing. Just saying goodbye is all. Let's get off this rock, huh?
Apprentice, you have recovered the artifact, I take it. Wonderful. Ah, Andronikos, what a pleasure to see you again.
Hello yourself. Looks like you finally found your rock.
Yes, thank you for leading us to it so obligingly. I'm sure you'll be a wonderful asset to my apprentice's crew. Now, apprentice, you must hurry and recover the remaining artifact.
I'm giddy with anticipation.
I look forward to seeing you in your glory.
So what's the story, Sith? Seems like you know all about me, and I don't know nothing about you. You always this squeaky clean, or are you making up for something?
The Empire enslaved my family, but they decided I was special and made me Sith.
Funny how those Sith work. I was an accountant on Moneyland when I decided I wanted a little more adventure. So I put a blaster to the head of the intergalactic banking clan and walked off with a few million credits. Been robbing and murdering ever since.
Well, it sounds like you made a good start. Just don't put a blaster to my head.
Don't worry, Sith. I've got a good survival instinct. You know, you got a pretty nice ship. It's no Sky Princess, but hey, what is? I had a ship like it once. No armor to speak of, but you don't need defense when you can maneuver like that.
You didn't seem to have a ship when I met you.
Yeah, got blown to pieces. But it was a thrill while it lasted. Nothing like playing chicken with a ship twice your size and then firing up his tail when he blinks. Sky Princess was great, but she couldn't do that.
So why did you move on to the Sky Princess?
Nice as a little ship like that is, you just can't carry enough cargo. And you burn too much fuel jumping to hyperspace. Pirate's gotta make a living, and then he's gotta be able to escape when the pressure's on. But this ship here, best of both worlds. She'll fly like a dream, and then she'll jump away.
No offense, but I think I'll be doing the flying around here.
Oh, what's the matter, Sith? Don't think I got the chops? Don't worry. I'll look after her like she was my own mother. Not so much as a scratch. Hey, you got time to chat?
Sure. Did you have something in mind?
No, just wondering. Haven't been aboard too long. Like to know who I'm working with. Nothing touchy-feely, just enough to know you got my back.
I give the orders and you take them.
I see how it is. Thanks for explaining. Just one more thing. You ever butt heads with the Republic, let me have a shot. I got a score to settle, and it'll be a long time before I call it even. You hear that, Sith? Nothing like it in the galaxy. The hum of an idling blaster. Potential energy right there. It's like waking up on your birthday wondering what you got. For a few minutes, it's anything. The whole galaxy, just waiting for you to pull the trigger.
What do you call it?
Nah, don't name my blasters. It's a bad idea to get attached. Actually, I was wondering. These blasters are nice, but a pirate's only as good as his equipment. We don't got fancy force powers like you Sith.
If I see a good pair come my way, you'd be the first person I think of.
Thanks. Good to know you got my back. You know, I think I heard the ship's engine making a strange noise earlier. Mind if I check it out sometime?
I didn't know you knew anything about engines.
Yeah, I've lived on ships most of my life. You don't do that without picking up something. I'm no expert, but a buddy of mine back before the war taught me most of what I know. Carl Norn, best technician I knew. Worst card player. Could never see when the deck was stacked against him. And it always was.
Was this one of your pirate friends?
My old man ran a shop on one of those planets people only visit if they break down or if they're running from something. Carl stumbled in on a tin can held together by sheer willpower, and the skills of the best mechanic in the galaxy. Made me first mate after the war, on a ship called the Bloodshot Ranker. I learned a lot before he gambled the ship away. But you're sick of hearing me jabber, huh? Engine's fixed. Looks like we took on some rock on one of our last jumps. Nothing big. Reminds me of the time I took the Sky Princess through an asteroid field. Ship mechanics were furious. Cleaned rock out of our engines for weeks. Had to replace one of the rears, it was so badly damaged.
What were you doing in an asteroid field?
Dodging the enforcers. When you got a fleet of Republic ships on your tail, you take whatever cover you can find. Rocks don't have cannons. Besides, what's life without a little risk, huh? That's why I became a pirate. The risk, the reward, the freedom.
That's the same reason I became Sith. Though my freedom was perhaps more literal.
Freedom's all in the mind, but it does help to have a good blaster. So what does a Sith do for fun?
That's not yours to know.
Hey, didn't mean any offense, but I guess that answers my question. Hey, remember I was telling you about Carl Norn, great tech, bad card player? Got me into the pirate racket? Just got a call from him. He's in deep. The Hutt cartel on Nar Shaddah's got his number. He deserves what he gets, but he's done good by me. I promised I'd meet him on Nar Shaddaa and help him out.
I'd be happy to lend a hand if you need it.
I appreciate it, but it's nothing I need to drag you into. I'll try not to be long, huh?
So what happened with your friend Carl? Were you able to help him?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Carl's same as ever. Never got a hand he didn't want to play. His debts weren't anything a few well-placed blaster shots couldn't settle.
Do you ever miss being a pirate?
I miss some things, I guess, but it's not like it's boring around here. Thanks for letting me bail him out. I gotta come clean with you, Sith. I wasn't always the scoundrel you met on Tatooine. I used to run in the Republic military. Made captain before I wised up and deserted. Call it misspent youth.
Why are you telling me this now?
Carl sent me a message. I guess bailing him out got the Republic military's attention. Seems they've added treason to the charges of desertion and piracy. Guess they're not big on former officers traveling with a Sith. Anyway, if things get hot, I might need to hop off the radar for a while.
If things get hot, this ship is the safest place for you. The Republic military police are no match for me.
Thanks. Good to know you got my back. Need something?
How's the ship flying?
Tight. Perfect. No complaints here. Hey, I gotta run.
Another friend of yours in trouble?
Don't got time for questions. Someone from my Republic days has popped up. Someone I thought was dead. If I don't jump on this tip now, he might disappear again. I'll fill you in later. Alright, I said I'd give you an explanation when I got back. Here it is. We were chasing down a free trader on a tip in neutral space when an Imperial fleet jumped on our position. Blasted us to pieces. Guy who gave us the tip, an SIS agent. That's spy to the Empire. Named Harmon Reich.
So you think Harmon Reich set you up?
Could have just been bad intel, except Reich disappeared the same day. One of my old underworld contacts traced one of his safe houses, but Reich slipped away before I could get to him. I can understand not wanting to fight somebody else's war. I skipped out myself, but Reich owes me an explanation.
I can see why you would feel betrayed.
Look, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Hey, Sith, we make a pretty good team. I was thinking I might take off after I found Reich, but the old job just doesn't sound quite as appealing.
You've got all the freedom you need right here.
Maybe sometime I'll take you out into open space, show you the thrill of lying in wait for a big freighter and a big payoff. I may be out of the game, but my skills are sharper than ever. Hey, I got an idea. You ever fly to the middle of nothing, cut the engines, and just drift?
I'm always looking for an excuse to waste time.
You won't regret it, I promise. You ever find it funny how no matter where you are in the galaxy, it always looks like you're at the center of things?
I didn't know you were so philosophical.
When a pirate gets philosophical, it's just another word for going crazy. I guess it's that normally I start feeling strangled right now. You know, in a relationship. Like I gotta run away. This morning I woke up and thought, I'm out of here. And then I realized I didn't want to go.
You're free to do what you want. Don't worry about me.
Who says this isn't what I want? I've got him. Reich, the SIS agent who betrayed me. He's a dead man. My old girl Casey intercepted an encrypted message. He's moving on Trandosha of all places as we speak. I've got to fly or I'll lose him.
You can go, but you have to promise not to kill him.
Since when do you care who I kill? I haven't come this far just to let him get away.
First it was Wilkes on Tatooine, now it's Reich. Eventually you have to let go.
Fine, I'll consider letting the scumbag live. This is the last bit of business tying me to my Republic days. This is the last time I'll run, I promise. Reich's dead. Was dead before I got to him. Lucky jerk. Turns out I wasn't the only enemy he made selling secrets. Imperial intelligence sniper got him. Guess he was playing both sides.
You have to learn to let these things go. Revenge doesn't get you anywhere.
It gets the anger out. Anyway, Reich's dead. That's good enough for me. I'm done running off. You and Casey are the only friends I got. And, well, you're the only one with a ship.
Does this mean you're done being a bloodthirsty killer?
Nah, but maybe I'm done going after revenge for a bit, huh? Hey, Sith, you ever get scared?
Of course. A Sith's strength is emotion. I draw power from my own fear and that of others.
Huh. I never would have expected it. Been a long time since I've been scared of anything. But when I was closing in on Reich, I thought, what if he gets away from me again? I'm glad that business is finally done with. Hey, can we talk? Don't tell anyone I said it, but you're alright. You know, I wasn't sure this whole thing was gonna work out, traveling with a Sith.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
That's how I mean it. I got your back. I don't know if we'll have kids or anything like that, but if we do, or you have apprentices or whatever, I want to be there to look after them.
I'd be honored.
I'm just saying, you're not getting rid of me easy.